Well, hello, Minecrafters. Today I've got an automated rail system with effectively unlimited storage. So we've got one line going in to deposit items and one line coming out to retrieve items. Now this whole thing is very small and it is based on the Nexus storage system principle, and I'll go over that in just a moment. But first we'll go ahead and demonstrate the operation. So we've got our demo line set up here, and I've got some items I want to deposit in the system. So we're going to go ahead and send it up this line here. And as you can see in the slot here, items get pulled out very fast. And then the cart is sent back along on its way. Now, to retrieve items out of this system, the way the Nexus style storage works is you need to have one of the items that you want to retrieve. So in this case, let's say we want to get a stack of diamonds and a stack of buckets. And we do have to put them in the last slots here, and again I'll explain why that is. So we'll go ahead and send this off on its way. And it goes into the retrieval slot here, and it's going to pull items out quite quickly. And as soon as it's done, it's going to be sent right back down along the way here, and we should have one stack of each. There we go. Alright, so now the principle behind this is the Nexus storage that I've got here. And for those of you who do not know, this is basically how it works here. So when we pass a cart over the top, we've got one or more stacked minecart hoppers which pull items out of the minecart chest very quickly, which then get funneled into one or more stacked minecart chests. And the reason the storage is effectively unlimited is because you can stack as many of these as you want, as many as your computer can handle at least. And you're going to have all kinds of things in storage here. Now, because they're stacked, they're quite hard to access in the normal way. So the way they are accessed is by using a minecart hopper that comes below it. But right now the hopper is filled with a non-stackable item. So in order to get something out of the system, all you do is you take one of the items and you replace it, and it will quickly fill up to the max stack size. And then you just put the item back in, and we've retrieved specific items. And so really all this is happening is we're adding non-stackable items to the cart with these hoppers here, goes in the system, pulls out the stacks it needs, and then puts the non-stackables back into the hoppers here. Now, I did experiment with a lot of different ways to do this, various techniques and configurations, and as you can see, there is quite a few. And for example, this one is 3 wide and it's 7 long. This is probably the most straightforward version. There's no really fancy tricks going on. The tracks are pretty straight, and the redstone is pretty straightforward as well. However, I think this one is a good balance of size, being only 4 by 4 and 7 tall, and cleanliness of the circuit. And you can do something that's a little bit smaller. This one is 4 by 3, but is quite a bit more complex. And so I'm going to go do the tutorial for this one here. But briefly, here's a little bit more detailed breakdown of the principle. So as the cart comes down the track here, you have to use minecart hoppers. They're going to pull items quickly, and it's going to pass through underneath these hoppers and this minecart hopper that's embedded in the block here. And these all have the unstackable items that's going to be used as filler. And so the reason that you need to have your items in the last slots is because the first slots are going to get filled up with the unstackables till it can. And so one of these isn't quite fast enough if the minecart is entering at a high rate of speed, but 2 is plenty. So you're going to end up sucking 3 from here and 2 from here, and then they'll all funnel down, leaving all the empty space in this top one. So then once you get your items here and it is released, it'll come back around up along here, and now we do have to be careful a little bit of the speed. You don't want it going too fast, but when it hits the top area up here, what'll happen is you'll have a number of non-stackables and then the items that you retrieved. Now the number of non-stackables is going to exactly match the number of empty spaces, so it'll pull those back into the system and no more, and then send the cart along its way. Now, being Nexus style storage, there is a few limitations. It's really only suitable, at least in an automated fashion, if you have full stacks. You want to do this for things you have many stacks of. Otherwise, the cart's going to get stuck here. This will not get released until the cart is read as completely full. So full stacks plus the unstackables. And you do have to take care to put the items, again, in the last positions here, otherwise the system is going to get screwed up. But that aside, you do get quite a bit of bang for the size of the build here. Alright, now we'll go ahead and start the tutorial here. First, I've mapped out a little 4x4 area, and we're going to first show where we're going to put the line to retrieve items. It's going to come right down there. And so right around the back here, we're going to put the retrieval station. And so pop one block up like that, put down a detector rail, powered rail, and we'll do another powered rail right around the corner here. And then just curve it right like that. We'll finish the rest of that in a moment. One bit of track there to pop it up like that. And then we'll put a block to stop the carts. And now, to put the hatch, we'll do a half slab on the top portion there, and then facing into that, again on the top half, we'll put a trapdoor so that it flips up and down, just like that. Alright, now we're going to build the ramp to go up here, and so we'll just do 2 blocks right there, and then we're going to go up one and over again, just like that. And now we're going to need some hoppers. Alright, so the first hopper is going to be facing down like that, and then the second one is going to be facing into it just like that. And now we're going to use a trick to embed the minecart hopper. So first we'll need to put a little bit of track down, and then we can put a minecart hopper there, and then go ahead and break the track. So next we're going to put some blocks and put a half slab on the upper half like that, and then we're going to make room for a piston and use the piston to push it down on top of the minecart hopper. There we go. And now we'll get a torch, and down it goes. And you can break those items. So now we can lay some track right along the top of it here. So what we're going to need here is powered rail, another powered rail, loop these around, and just right over the top like that. Now for these, and we can go ahead and stick a torch here to make sure that one's powered, and the other one will get powered as well here. You don't want to use more than these couple powered rails, otherwise the cart's going to come over too fast. You want to control that speed. Alright, next we need to know when to release this. So we need to detect when the minecart that is there is completely full. So we're going to need a comparator coming out just like that. Coming out right into this block here. We'll put a torch down, and then next to that we're going to put a block and a bit of redstone right on top like that. And this torch is also going to keep this keep that hopper locked, but it won't matter because we're going to be sucking them out anyway. Now on this side here we're going to need a bit of redstone going in there, and you can put a torch on the excuse me, not a torch, we need a lever. Put a lever there, and that'll keep that powered. Alright, now we're going to put the bulk of the storage here. That's going to rest right on top of here, so you just put down a rail, and then you put as many of these minecart chests as you want. So, and to put multiple ones, you just have to click the hitbox of the rail underneath here. And so now we've got 2 in there. And if you want to add more later, you can just click that at any time. We'll just leave that at 2 for now. And now we're going to need a hopper to feed into that. So again, we'll come around to the front side here and click the hitbox of the rail, and so the hopper is facing into it. Alright, we're going to drop a block on top of that and put another bit of rail down, and we're going to put minecart hoppers here. I'm going to do 2. You can do more, you can get away with just 1. It depends on how much volume you really expect into the system. Delete that, and those will drop down nice and neat just like that. And now we're going to use that trick again with the half slab to push it into place. So we'll put the half slab there on the top half, and then we're just going to build a little spot for our piston and push it facing down like that. And now we need a torch, and down it goes. And now we can delete those, and we're going to need a block right here, so click the side of the half slab, and then we're going to have one come up and over it like that as well. And this is similar to the bottom. We're going to need a detector rail, do a powered rail, and we'll do another block there, another bit of powered rail. I'll turn the corner with that, and again put one up here so that it pops up, and then we'll delete it. And now we'll go ahead and do our half slab, and facing in we'll do again with another one of those trapdoors like that. Alright, now we'll do the circuitry for this portion here. So we need to detect when there's nothing in the minecart, and then we'll release the hatch. So put a block there. We've got a comparator coming out, and then we'll do some block. Go up a block there, and then we're going to go up one more and back down again like that. So we're going to put a repeater going into the trapdoor, and then a bit of redstone there, and we should have enough room for everything to get through. Okay, and now this line, you can make this come out, you can make it immediately come down, however you want to do it. This is just the depositing items line here, and we can go ahead and do a little bit of rail. And now we can power this corner here just by powering this block and by throwing a torch right there. It's not going to hurt anything there. There we go. Alright, so that's powered there. And now we're going to need some powered rail, so when the cart comes through here, you want some powered rail for it to land on, and then before being sent along its way. Just like that. And I'll just cap that. And we power these any way you want. We'll just throw a torch there. And we have the system. Now we're going to go ahead and fill this with our non-stackables. Each one of these is going to be completely full, and the minecart hopper as well. Just like that. Alright, so right now there's no items in the system, but we can go ahead and put some in there just to sort of see it in operation. So let's say we want to fill it with valuable cobblestone and dirt. We can, here, I'm just going to put them in like this, and we'll go ahead and send this on its way. And we can see there, right now, the items are being sucked out fairly fast, and they're getting funneled down into the system, through the hopper, and then finally into the chests. And they'll slowly fill up. Alright, as you can see, the cart has been spit back out of the system. I'm going to go ahead and put some more things in here just to speed up the process. We'll go ahead and put our dirt in. So now we can test this portion of it. If we don't ask for any items, that should go in, immediately come back out, and it should not have any non-stackables in it. They all got deposited. We do need to keep this powered a little longer here, though. I saw it flash off, so we'll just put a torch there. Alright, now if we want to retrieve some of that dirt, put it in the last slot, and we'll send it on its way, and watch it do this thing that's already filled up with the non-stackables. It's got the stack there, spit out, the stackables are taken away, and it's come back out with the dirt. Alright, well, thanks for watching. be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be sure to make some more of these videos for you all. Now, as the video ends, I'll just go and look at some of these other designs and techniques